Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I am Gene Okerlund, here with Elsa and with Taz. And today Elsa says we got Kevin Owens and Velasquez in the ring. And we're going to see, Taz says, what they're going to talk about. So, apparently, it's 2009. My mistake. It's 2021 out. And we already started out the year with a jerk. And his name would be Seth Rollins. Now, let's all keep in mind that Seth Rollins, during most of his time, let's keep in mind that Seth Rollins, during most of his time in the TWF, he was a part of the Shield. And then when that Shield broke up, and then the Shield came back together and broke up, he did alright for himself, as at least being a two-time TWF Allegheny Earldom winner. In the end, well, something happened, and he became a jerk, and he started curve stomping folks, Kevin Owens says. And Velasquez says, apparently everyone he curve stomped included Aladdin, Jasmine, Samoa Joe, Ashley Williams, just to name a few. And apparently they didn't get the AOD, didn't get the AOP. So instead you got UFC. He got these two rejected UFC fighters with him, Velasquez says. One, and it goes by the name we call him Belief, and the other one we call Sinner, who apparently are just the stead holders for the AOP or the WOA, or whatever they want to call themselves. So Velasquez says we're not truly frightened of them. Not at all. Well, they're really bold right now, Gene Okerlund says, but we've seen all the things that Seth Rollins has done so far. Yes, we have, Elsa. We saw the things that Seth Rollins has done so far, and the ones he's done it too, Gene Okerlund said. Yes, we have, Elsa says, and they're not really that good either. It wasn't really all that good. It was truly bad. Yes, it was, Taz says. It's all basically started out. And this time, Kevin Owens said, we're actually going to have a fight. Well, here he comes now. So, Velasquez, Kevin Owens, you two want to unlook and shame me. Well, the way that I look at it, this is going to be a hang-up. Your hang-up is that there's three of us and only one of you. And you see, I'm a leader. And these two, Believer, Sinner and Belief here, they understand that, they get that, something you don't. Well, it never stopped me before, Kevin Owens said, and I'm not frightened of you at all. That's right, Velasquez says. We're not frightened of you or we're not frightened of you or any of your henchmen. See? Wait a minute, here comes another one coming down now. Here's Samoa Joe in the ring. The way I see it, it's even now. Kevin Owens, myself, and Velasquez are going to take care of you and your two UFC henchmen, Samoa Joe says. Alright, yeah, I get it, Ashley Williams says. Seth Rollins, you curve stomped me too, and you're lucky you didn't get fired. Alright? But I'm here to tell you today on NXT, these men, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and Velasquez are going to fight you. Now, let's get a fight lord in the ring. You hear that? Gene Okerlund says. we're gonna get the fight. Right now the fight lord just took everyone down. Oh, can you just see how wakefulness made everyone come down now? Gene Oakland says, and I'm sure everybody's going to see how the wakefulness frightened the fight lord, the fight overseer, and brought everybody else down here. Ding ding, oh, you saw that happening. Gene Oakland said, well, Elsa says, and right away we get Kevin Owens going right after Seth Rollins here. Oh, and Seth Rollins is down. Kevin Owens tried to get him, and Seth Rollins, he tried to curve stomp him early on, did he? Oh, and he just knocked down Kevin Owens, and now wants to tag in one of his henchmen. And Kevin Owens doesn't mind. Kevin Owens just stunned. Gave, I believe, that is belief. Gene Oakland said, yes it is. Elsa said, belief just got Owens stunned. And Kevin Owens now tags in Alaska in now. Elsa said, that was belief getting stunned, Elsa said. What's all this about Alaska? I mean, Taz said, that's not good. And Alaska just stunned, I believe that's Sinner. And now she just... Alaska now just stunning folks now, Taz says. Kevin Owens stunning folks now. That's not right. And now Samoa Joe right now. And just took down belief. That's Sinner. Now that's just going to bring back in Kevin Owens now. Bring back in Seth Rollins, who apparently is now in the Alaconda place right now. And now Kevin Owens seeking to come in and stop belief from breaking up this fight. And our stunner now goes belief. And that means that's going to bring in Sinner, who gets stunned by Alaska, and he's out. And that's it. Ding ding. Oh. Here are your winners. Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, and Alaska, who won this fight here on NXT, the first NXT of 2020 while out here in the TWF. Now some folks might say, some folks, Taz might say that there's something wrong here, because wakefulness seems to be bringing everyone down. Okay. And you can see Samoa Joe, Alaska, and Kevin Owens won the fight here, Gene Oakland said. Yes, they did, Elsa says. It was truly good for them. I'm happy for all three of them. I'm happy for Samoa Joe, Alaska, and Kevin Owens. Not so happy, Taz says, for them, because now they just made a foe out of Kevin Owens in the UFC. At least that's what they are. Sinner and belief, Taz says. It's not going to be going down good, not at all. And we understand, Gene Oakland said that we got good old JR, we got Jim Ross, who is going to be talking with someone who says they're from the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, the COPPA offshoot. Well, ladies and lords, at this time, yes, take it away, Jim Ross. Thank you, Gene Oakland. At this time, I talk of a man who says he works for the FTC, the COPPA or COPPA, whatever you want to call it, offshoot. Since today is the first day of that oversight being applied, and so far, nothing has happened to any of our YouTube fairways. But we got a man who says he works for them. If they all dress like this, I don't really think so. Please help me in welcoming Stephen Richards. That's Lord Richards to you. And I do work for the Federal Trade Commission and the FTC. COPA, COPPA, whatever you want to call it, standing for the Protecting Children Protecting Privacy Act. All those are all borrowed words except for children. The English words would be children shielding one's own deed. And yes, I am here to tell everyone that this is the first day that oversight is being applied. But no one should be frightened. We're not going to come in and take everyone down. Not unless YouTube sends a YouTube fairway to us. And then we have to look at it. Then we have to have a meeting. Then we have to tell the owner or runner that have a meeting about underseeking it. Then we gotta call the owner or runner and tell them they're being underseeked, and it could take almost a whole year. Then we're gonna have another meeting just to see if there's if any of us believe there's any wrongdoing. If there is, we can go with a fine, a fee. If not, then we just leave the YouTube fairway alone. But I'm here to tell you that it is now on effect now. Though, if you're not for kids, you need to not be for kids. And if you are for kids, then you need to be for kids. Well, Stephen Richards, you don't work for the FTC. You don't work for any of the 4 overseers that are in for 7 years. You're not one of their lawmen or lawwomen. You're not any of their, yeah, well, I do dress right, don't I? Unlike the ones that happened on the Super Mario fan or the MSF, I don't have to hide my shell caster side behind a white sheet, though. I just gotta dress like, just gotta put on this nice wear to let you know we are watching now. Well, I don't really think Stephen Richards works for the FTC or COPA or COPPA or whatever, however you want to say it. He's probably just lying, like he did when he claimed he was, like he did when he was doing his RTC or his RTC stuff. Well, we're gonna go back to you, Gene Okerlund. Well, thank you, Jim Ross. Only time will tell if Stephen Richards is telling the truth or he is lying about working for the FTC and stuff, Gene Okerlund says. Yes, that did happen, Elsa says. There were 2 folks, 2 dolls, we could say, they weren't living beings, who had white sheets over their faces, over their sides, shells, casters, so you didn't know who they were. And they claimed, or they said they worked for the FTC, the COPA, the COPPA offshoot. And over in SFM, Vince McMahon, Triple H, and SpongeBob SquarePants are going to fight the 2 of them, or 2 folks they pick. And they say if they win, then that the SMF will go on. If the other team wins, they're gone. Well, we want to hope it's, and apparently he's going to come out here now, right before NXT's done, going in a Dynamite. Yes, I am a cleaner, Stephen Richards. Why did I say cleaner? Since the word censor is a Latin borrowed word. And yes, I do work for the FTC. I do work for the COPA or the COPPA law that at least goes back to 1998 YL, that had been shifted many times since it's been around. We are now seeking to put this law on websteads too, and also on free websteads that have owners who don't own their websteads but are making income through business wises. The point is, this right now, everyone is in good standing. Every YouTube channel is. Every YouTube fairway is. But if YouTube should seek that anyone is doing wrong, then they have to send them to us to look at. And don't fear, like I just told Jim Ross, we have to look at the YouTube fairway, have a meeting, let the owner know that he or she's have a meeting about underseeking, let the owner or runner know about the underseeking, have another meeting if we can all choose or pick, there was enough truth to any wrongdoing on their part, on their break, and then whatever fee we can come up with, if they happen to be a YouTube businessman and they're making income. I would tell you that I would tell you that, boing. First off, I don't think anyone gives two shits about what you think. Hold on, that's not it. Okay, no, that's not what I want to do. Yeah. First off, what do you want? I'm here to tell you I don't think Queen Beryl says I don't think anyone gives two shits what you think. And the truth is, you don't work for the FTC, so I don't think anyone really wants to hear from you anyway. Well, Queen Beryl, you, not a wrestler, you're not a fighter, that thing on your forehead has been on there of strong paste. Yeah, I am aware you had one to fight with Sailor Moon on TWF a long time ago, and you did fight R-Truth for the 24/7 winnings one time. And yeah, you did fight James Ellsworth. But you're not a wrestler, you're not a fighter. If I would hit you and knock you down right now, that thing would come off. And we are aware that some things also can be some things that grown-ups can also like too. Oh, that's what I thought. Well, Gene Oakland said, I guess Queen Beryl came out and told Steven Richards what she thought of him. Well, I don't know, Elsa said, why Queen Beryl had to come out here for. I don't know why she had to get in his face for. Well, Tad said at least someone did. At least somebody got in her face. Well, that's all I gotta say before I go. I just want to let everyone know that nobody should be frightened of us, and no one should drift away. Oh! I don't really think you work for the FTC at all. I don't really think you have the oversight to even make that law. All right. All you are is a liar who says he's a cleaner with the FTC, but he's not. Elias Sampson says. So why don't you do everyone a favor, shut your mouth, and get out of this ring. No, actually, will help you. Well, Gene Oakland said apparently we know there's going to be a fight going on sooner or later. Elias Sampson came out and beat up on Steven Richards. Gene Oakland said, oh, Taz says, for once Elias Sampson actually did something good. Yes, he did, Elsa says. We're really happy for Elias Sampson and what he did. Well, that's all the time we have here for TWF NXT. I'm Gene Oakland for Elsa and Taz. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you next for Dynamite.